Art is a form of expression made by people that can show their individuality to others. It not only helps a person to express him or herself freely so they can send a message to the public, but it can help a community as well. A community is a group of people who share common values, government, and even culture. The people in a community can range from all ages. However, there needs to be special attention in today's children. They're being pressured by peers negatively, have poor academic performances, and are being neglected by their own families, which is blocking them from growing as a person. As the youth continue to develop, they need to do so in a rich environment filled with art and strong community figures to help them have a brighter future. As cliche as it sounds, they are the future, and they're the ones who are going to lead the country when we're all wrinkly and gray. They can make a difference. As being active members of society, why not make an impact on them so they can have a successful life instead of giving into the temptations the streets have to offer? Statistics shows that in 2002, there were 2.2 million arrests in juveniles for crimes such as theft, drug and alcohol abuse, and violent acts. In Alicia Steinson's study, she explains that this behavior is due to the minimum family interactions, the living environment in a poor community, the pressure from children's friends, and the lack of supervision during after-school programs. In the Lower West Side of Chicago, there is a neighborhood called Pilsen. Yeah, Pilsen. It's that red area on the map. Can't you tell? It is known to be a Mexican-oriented community in Illinois filled with beautiful murals on the walls of buildings for the public to see. Just as a mini history lesson, during the Mexican Revolution in the early 20th century, the revolutionary leaders didn't know how to communicate with the people of Mexico. They used murals though. This had an enormous impact on artists such as Diego Rivera, Jose Orozco, and David Siqueiros, also known as Los Tres Grandes, in translation, the Big Three. They incorporated themes in the murals to expose the Mexicans of the poverty, social, and working conditions in the agricultural reform that was going on. The murals were based off of this. It had its struggles in the early beginning, and now people accept it. In the 1960s, the murals weren't considered as art by others. Mario Castillo, an associate professor of fine arts in Columbia College, said that they were considered as a poor man's art. After that period of time, the murals began to spread around town to establish that it was okay to be brown, and that helped to build self-awareness and self-esteem in their cultural pride. Castillo recalled that he created the first Latino mural called Metafísica in 1968 with the help of students at Lane Technical High School. He designed murals especially for students so they can make their own designs. Castillo taught, worked, and directed along with students who didn't know anything about art at all. This mural served as the ground base for other murals to be created as time went on. Murals exposes different themes through various colors and designs for youth, while gangs seek out new members at the same time. The younger generation need to participate in after-school activities to prevent them from the streets. In Alicia's study, it states that most juvenile crime occurs after classes. Pilsen does have culture centers such as the Natural Museum of Mexican Art and Pilsen's Wellness Center to educate the youth with art programs, but it also counts on what happens inside the classroom that results in a life-changing experience. Art teacher Francisco Mendoza has created mosaic murals on the walls of Cooper Dual Language Academy of Hispanic, historical, political, musical, and literature figures. He says that art not only shows the community's identity, but also reduces and releases the built-up stress from within students by providing art projects assigned and funded by the community to do. He beautified the CTA Pink Line 18th Street train station with students who were in Gallery 18, which is a part of a city-run youth program called Gallery 37. Mendoza also claims that when a person creates art and starts getting noticed by the community by something positive, it's powerful and it builds their self-esteem and self-awareness. He also witnesses when kids get involved in something they really are interested in, they forget about the streets. It's like they're in their own world. His older brother Vicente, a retired art educator, was labeled as a troublemaker in teachers' eyes when he was young. He started to get good reviews and recognition from people when he painted his murals in the 1970s. He created a different image for himself among the community through art. He claims that once you have your self-esteem and find yourself, you know you are somebody that's positive and somebody that is valuable to your community and family. It changes you, quote unquote. If you don't take care of your sons and daughters, the streets will take care of them for you. That's what Francisco Mendoza said. Creating new programs for them can benefit them. Art can prevent gang activity if we become a stronger community to help the youth by being great role models. We can become one by either in the classroom, at home, or even around the block. A community is like a mirror. How the atmosphere is in it is similar to the reflection of you. Let's keep the peace and not disturb it.